guys. This is the Games Blurb Podcast, episode 4. With me today, I have Oleg Brazhnyk, a regular.
Hello.
David Dunn, also another regular.
Woo!
And a special guest all the way from Scotland, Chuckie O'Neill.
I'm special.
And that's his actual
So
name.
special!
And I'm your host, Vlad Vekshin. Okay, so we have loads of news for you guys tonight. Starting with some Microsoft news. So Xbox have been pushing their Xbox One console, and last year at E3 they were talking a lot about their TV content, not just their games. And so they announced that they are working on several original shows with big names such as Steven Spielberg and Ridley Scott working on scripted projects for the Halo franchise.
Yeah.
And also some other shows like an unscripted series about international street soccer. And,
They're bringing the Heroes show back, aren't they?
Xbox bringing the
I don't think it's.
I
I think the Heroes thing is a once-off.
It's a web. It's a web. I think it's a web series.
But it is Microsoft bringing it back because that was at the Xbox.
No, it's not Xbox at all.
Okay,
In unrelated news, we have the Heroes coming back.
Whoa! So some other shows that Microsoft are going to be creating. They described an original drama about robotic servants in a dystopian world.
I'm excited for that.
Sounds intriguing. I have no idea what it is. It'll probably
I Robot, the TV show.
It'll probably be awful, but the premise is cool.
So
Confirmed.
Are they charging for this, or?
They haven't announced any pricing or anything like that, but you're only going to be able to watch these things on Xbox consoles.
I'm sure they won't be
Microsoft
stupid.
products.
I'm sure it will be included in the Microsoft
What do you
Live
think
subscription.
In the UK, the Humans one at least is on Channel 4.
Humans one? Oh, the dystopian Humans one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But apparently they're saying this.
Other than that, I'm not sure.
Do you know what? They didn't announce a name for that project.
I thought it was Humans, or
No.
it's based off a Swedish show called Real Humans. I thought
There's
it was called
the-
Humans.
Oh yeah, I've
Or not Swedish, maybe Swiss. I don't know.
It might be a different show.
One
Because
of those countries being
yeah.
a mess.
Definitely. But also they announced a documentary about the search for discarded Atari games in Desert Landfill, which is another part of our news. Which
We'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that a little bit later. But yeah, this is what they're doing, and they're really pushing their original TV content. It's not just about games for them, and they want to make this an entertainment console for the whole home.
I'm really excited for the first thing to come out will be Street Soccer. Yay!
Whoa.
Can't wait, guys.
Documentary on Street Soccer.
That
Just what
sounds
everyone wants.
awesome. I kind of want to watch it the second it launches.
Sarcasm.
Sarcasm.
What is the sarcasm cast?
But yeah,
Sarcast.
no, I mean, I'm personally looking forward to a Halo show.
Yeah.
That would be
Yeah,
interesting.
that'd be cool.
And I mean, Ridley
Ridley-
Scott and Steven Spielberg.
The Ridley
Big
Scott and the
hands.
Spielberg one are two separate things. Ridley
I
Scott's
know
is-
exactly. They're two different projects.
Yeah, Ridley Scott's
Different
going to be a web series, like similar
Yeah.
to the thing that what was the one that was released?
Oh, yeah.
Blomkamp's.
No, not the Neil Blomkamp one. The TV show that was stuck on Netflix. Very good. Based in the Halo. It was based in the.
I forgot the name.
I can't remember the name of it myself, but
It was
Welcome
good.
to
That
the
was a good
Forgetful
one.
Podcast.
yeah, forgetful podcast.
We don't know facts, and
But yeah,
Oh,
they're
it's
two
called
separate
Forward
ones.
Onto Dawn.
Forward
Forward
Unto Dawn.
Unto
That's it.
Dawn,
Yeah.
yeah.
And that was a great.
Yeah, very
I
good.
enjoyed that.
And
I
if it's
enjoyed
anything even close to that, it'll be brilliant.
I'd like it. I want more.
so will I be able to acquire these shows outside of an Xbox? Maybe
No.
through other legitimate.
Legitimate or illegitimate, Oleg? I'm sure you'd be able to get it illegitimately if you really wanted to.
But we wouldn't.
Not
have
that we
this
would.
here. Yeah.
Well, like
Well, I
those
won't because
people.
I own all the Xboxes in the world. It seems.
Do you have a see-through Xbox?
No.
I have a see-through Xbox.
Oh, I'm jelly. I'm super jelly.
Are you actually?
Super swag jelly.
Hashtag
YOLO.
Hashtag I am the swag queen.
But the interesting thing about
Yes, you
this
are.
is that Microsoft and Redmond have an entire building in their campus dedicated. It's a studio. It's where they do like their ads and stuff. But now they're dedicating that to all these entertainment things. So they're actually investing hundreds of millions
So
of
they do
dollars
have like
into this.
a TV show or production.
Yeah,
know,
they have their-
production,
they have their cameras and
arm
stuff,
of
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Oh wow, that's brilliant.
And so they are like actually investing a
I mean,
lot
it's
of money
interesting.
into this stuff.
They're
Which means they're properly dedicated into it, and whether that's the right direction for it to go.
But will that
we like games.
Will that reflect will that take away from their games offering? I mean, are they gonna start because is
companies that make games are still gonna make games for them?
It depends because
which are they more interested in at the moment, movies or games?
No, but people who make games are still gonna make games for them. It's not like they've been making games and they stopped. They're just giving you extra stuff.
It's like every Xbox 360 is being used for Netflix more than games.
Yeah, exactly. And Xbox One's the same.
Maybe spending more money on TV gets them more.
Yeah, true.
Netflix
they see TV as a big opening for them.
Well, I suppose they always said it was a war for the living room. I suppose
that's true. I mean, it's a box in the living room.
They don't care how they get there once they get there.
They wanted to do everything, and what's wrong with that?
Yeah, I mean, they're selling the Kinect packs for video conferencing for offices.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, it's
true,
great camera on the Kinect. The new one's very good. Yeah, very good.
Great, thank.
So moving on, we have Gamespy are shutting down all of their servers. Sad. So that means like all their console games. Most of them are really old games, so you mightn't be playing them anyway.
There's some new.
Grand Theft Auto 4.
I'm sure Take Two, 2K, not Take Two.
Yeah,
I'm sure. Is it 2K?
2K.
Yeah, one of whatever. Rockstar.
Yeah.
I'm sure Rockstar will sort that out and make sure that there's no.
Yeah, they're saying that you'll still be able to play Red Dead Redemption multiplayer and Grand Theft Auto 4 and 5 multiplayer. So the big games that people are still playing should be accessible. It's just like leaderboards and all that stuff that will be taken out. But
they have migrated all the newer stuff to someone else's servers.
Yeah. And what's the reason for Gamespy shutting down their?
That's pretty weird.
I think they just pulled out of it. It's costing them money, and they're thinking.
I thought they were primarily a hosting.
Surely it would get cheaper to host it.
I suppose that and security. They did some security things years ago. I'm not sure if they still do that.
I remember that. I used to hate Gamespy.
Yeah, I used to really hate Gamespy. That's the worst service.
So what do they do now if they're not hosting?
Closed.
I didn't.
They're not closed. They're just operational. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, but they've had to close down all their server business, which is a big deal for them. Pushing for them, yeah.
My thing about them was that they had this logo of the guy with the
hat. They always look so shifty.
And their name is Gamespy, and I thought I was getting like stupid viruses when I was a kid.
To
I was
be
like,
fair,
well, am I supposed to have this?
Yeah, to be fair, he looks quite shifty.
Okay, so
I don't think virus people actually put like the spy guys on their logos and name themselves spies. Though.
It's like virus gear. It's a virus. I'm not sure.
They got the biohazard symbol.
Credit card stealer.
.exe.
Sounds legit, guys.
That's my antivirus.
Oh, wow.
What a great name, to be fair.
So, as we mentioned in the first news topic, the Xbox topic, they want to release a documentary about the Atari downfall, where basically there was a myth that Atari buried a bunch of video games back in 1983 during the big video games depression crisis. So yeah, they were losing
video games got sad.
When all the video games were terrible and shovelware was very common.
They went to hide in a hole because they were so sad.
They were jumping off Wall Street buildings.
But yeah, it got so bad for Atari that they just decided to cut their losses and for whatever reason buried them.
Yeah, nearly ruined the industry, didn't it? Well,
almost. Very nearly, yeah. So this is the documentary that they wanted to film. And it's kind of I was reading about it, and it's kind of funny because it was a myth before, and people were unsure of where these games.
Debate. Some people were like, "Oh, clearly it's real." I mean, obviously they want to bury it there, and other people were like, "Oh no, it's a conspiracy." Yeah.
And then apparently they found one of the old workers that used to work in the old plant or whatever where they were creating the games, and he just directed them to where the place actually was.
They just
and they got permission.
That sounds so sinister.
Yeah.
Games plant.
Games plant.
Were we factory?
No, was it just games that were buried there, or were Atari consoles
apparently loads of shit.
So just everything.
Posters,
in their boxes.
Materials.
Oh, in their boxes. So they're still used. Has anyone confirmed whether the games are still usable?
I'm not sure if they're still usable.
They've been crushed, but they all still work. They're in good condition.
Wow.
And the rain hasn't actually gotten to them because
they were so low down. Yeah.
So it was quite low down.
That's great news.
I was reading about it. There was actually a little kind of almost festival that built up around it.
Yeah.
Some people came over and started watching it.
Yeah.
And put up a few tents.
Yeah, it was like a live show. They got loads of people to come over.
Yeah, so a guy had to come out and to prove to everyone that they found a copy of E.T. So he waved a copy of it to the audience.
Worst game ever! Woo!
They all shouted and jumped.
I remember reading a tweet that was just like they uncovered the thing in the desert, but it's kind of a non-story. Guys, we knew it was there. It is on the books, like that they have buried these characters.
So that's why what's so funny about it. It's like it was treated as this myth, but the people that worked there knew it was there. It's just a matter of getting the permission to dig it up.
We know it's there. Do you?
Yes, we
do. We do. We have it in the documents. Yeah. But do you? Yes, here they are.
Maybe it was on employed by Microsoft. Maybe they wanted people, buzz to build up about it, and then they create this documentary, giant PR stuff.
For the past
been planned since the 80s. I'm telling you. Conspiracies.
Dave has his tinfoil hat on. You can't see, but he does.
That's the most disappointing 20-year plan I've ever seen.
Like the economy.
This should go deep, yo.
Oh no.
At least some people can stick to their plans.
So
anyway,
enough of that, guys. Enough of that. So Sony Online Entertainment announced a new All Access program. I mean, they announced the program a while back, but they actually implemented it there.
So it is live, so you can.
Yeah, it's actually live. Yeah. They just put it live, so there's a lot of problems. I actually work for the technical support, the customer support end for Sony Online Entertainment, one of the subsidiary companies. There's a lot of issues right now. There's those membership problems, and people are complaining. It's great. But
sounds awesome.
It keeps Vlad in a job.
It makes.
Remember that, guys. Your problems keep Vlad in a job, so keep sending him them.
Send him all your problems.
But yeah,
direct them to @Vlad Vekshin Twitter. I don't know. I don't know how the Twitter machine works.
Vlad Vek.
At the game.
There we go.
You old man.
What's the Twitter?
What's the Twitter? How do I tweet? How do I twit?
So you twatted me yesterday.
So back to
and I twitted back.
I mean, your handle is just not David Dunn. That's clearly a fallacy. I mean.
He doesn't even want to beat her.
It's in the name. It's like Spy. Not Dave Dunn.
So yeah, this All Access plan, it's they're introducing a way for customers to play all their games on the one subscription. So instead of paying a subscription for one game, so for example Fansite 2, which is one of their games, you can have the subscription throughout all their games. So Fansite 2, EverQuest 2, etc. Basically, it means you get more features, you get more station cash, which is the currency in the game. You get bonus discounts and other free goodies, stuff like that, if you subscribe. And instead of having it confined to one game, they have it on all games. So it gives you the option. I mean, if you want to try a game where you've been waiting, and you're kind of committed to one, because a lot of these MMOs are very time sinks. Now there's a little bit of incentive for others to try out these new games, especially H1Z1's coming out, and that'll be part of this All Access program. It's gonna be interesting to see how that game.
Just speaking of H1Z1, if you guys actually visit the Reddit that they created for it.
Oh yeah, they have videos showing off the gameplay.
No, but it's the developers are actually really active there, and they go out and ask the people, so how do you want the monetization system to work? And people have given them feedback, and they said, okay, we really like that. We really taken on some of your ideas. We're going to implement them. Thank you for your feedback. So you can actually hear them talk.
Yeah, so it's a real alpha/beta test where they want to hear what you think, and they're
not hitting some obscure forums on Reddit, which millions of people visit. So
that's pretty cool. Open. No, I like the idea of this combined
program. I mean, nobody else does it. So
what is it? It's $15.99.
Yeah, it's $15 or your equivalent.
That's fine. Most people would pay something similar to that to play World of Warcraft alone.
Yeah.
Do you know?
I would love that for all MMOs.
Yeah, every MMO. Sony, you heard us there. Just sort it out, make deals with everyone. That's what we want. It sounds great. I mean, it's just I suppose PlayStation Plus. It's kind of similar. You're gonna get your value back.
You get a lot more value.
Yeah.
Bang for your buck.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. So
do you have to pay for PlayStation Plus with that?
This actually
will
not
be
sure.
included. So if you pay for PlayStation Plus, will this be?
I know that this works for PC. I'm not sure of their plans for PS4,
Right.
but they are bringing Planetside 2 to PS4. Well, it's already on PS4, sorry.
Yeah.
And they're going to be bringing H1Z1 to PS4.
Cool. I think it would make sense that I suppose the console versions, if you have PlayStation Plus, you should be available. Whatever the PC people are spending the 15.
That would make sense.
To me, it would make sense. I mean, give some back to your console. Consumer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Sony are big for their indies. Again, I mean, earlier in the year they talked about 100 new titles coming to the console, including indies and AAAs. Now they're saying that there's going to be 100 AAAs from May now until the end of the year. There's going to be more and more games coming out.
So they're being made, or
they're in development.
100 AAA games are
coming out this year.
Yes,
not AAA. Sorry, indie games.
Indie games. Yeah, okay. And there's 100 AAA games in the works.
No. Earlier,
just indies.
Damn! I wanted games. I got excited.
Wait.
Joking.
Indie games are the best games.
I love Indian games.
Indie games.
Indie games. If you would imagine, David is now on the floor, and we're standing around him, beating him with sticks.
I'm beating him with my FTL hoodie.
Let me see your FTL hoodie. Oh wow.
Nice. Listeners, you can't see he has a very, very, very nice FTL hoodie.
I'm posing.
Just a plug for a website where you got it?
Fangamer.net. Everyone should buy stuff from there because it's super high quality. And with every order, you get a drawing from one of their artists that's usually super cute and nice.
Games Blurb Podcast is not sponsored, but
no, it's not.
It's really not.
It's not at all.
No, we're not at all.
Yeah.
But if they want to give us money,
go ahead.
If any of you are listening to this,
but yeah,
like this was a value.
So Sony are saying there's over 1,000 developers currently developing. They're have the rights to self-publish on their system, so they're opening up the doors, the floodgates to their platform. Yeah. Which the Xbox One Microsoft have been bringing indies, but not like this.
No,
not closed doors, and it might be letting one or two in through the cracks. But
I want to know what Sony are offering, because it sounds like Sony's this big drug dealer who gives them a taste of heroin or something, and they're all come rushing back, and now he's hundreds of crackheads.
All it says like, hey, you can publish a game on our console.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Really? No, it is great. It is
really.
Great.
I mean, I could never do that before. Can I actually do that? I could never be a streak. I do it. Great. Yes. Here
wow. You go. Sign me up.
I think they say like, do you want to put it on this? And then they're like, I don't know, how much work will it be? There's only two of us, and they're like, you could push one button and do it, and they're like, okay, we'll do it.
Simple as that.
We're the Sony converter. Converts everything into Sony.
Shrey turns up at your door with this strange device with a big red button.
Has become a Sony.
Press the button and you'll turn it into a Sony.
Gosh darn, my Surface turned into a Sony.
Technology nowadays, it's impressive.
So far.
Sony converter.
They also gave some numbers for the amount of times some games have been downloaded. So they gave Outlast has been downloaded 1.8 million times.
Oh, wow.
Dawnstar has been downloaded over 1 million times. And Warframe, which is a free-to-play game, has been the second most downloaded item as well. Second only to Netflix, so it's massive downloads. But one thing to mention that all these games, Outlast and Dawnstar, have been on the PlayStation Plus program. So whoever PlayStation Plus owns these games.
Still, 1.8. 1.8
No, I mean, yeah, exactly. But it does inflate the numbers a little bit.
1.8 million. That's what, 25% of the install base.
Yeah, there's 7 million consoles out.
Yeah, that sounds a great number. That's it for.
I mean, Dawnstar is that's great for them.
It's still very impressive.
Studio. They make great games. They deserve it.
Definitely.
The only problem with this is that a lot of the stuff that comes to Sony consoles has been on Steam like a year or so.
No, it is true, but it's nice to see it.
Yeah,
but
it's getting to an audience who doesn't use Steam.
I mean, you look at me, I'm new to the whole Steam thing. Had you guys not forced Steam and played
Dave has just discovered Steam power.
Had they not?
Wait till it gets to electricity.
Wow. But no, honestly, had I been stuck on a PlayStation forever and not experienced Steam, I'd be getting. I know there's plenty of people, hundreds of thousands of people out there that were like me, and they've just got these 100 indie games that are going to come to PlayStation that might have been on Steam already, but they've never experienced them before, and some of them are.
And then the future indie games are being made, like Transistors coming out.
That game looks amazing.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
I checked my PlayStation profile there yesterday. I was downloading Child of Light.
Hey.
And I have about 212 games, which is about roughly the same amount I have on Steam.
Wow,
which is ridiculous!
And they were all free games.
I have I'd say about 100 of those are free games that I got on PS Plus. which is pretty impressive.
That's pretty impressive.
And then the other half are games like
at only $49.99 a year, PlayStation Plus is I think that's so good, so good value. Yeah,
I mean,
so good value.
You don't own the games, but I don't really care. I mean, I pay 50.
You get paid
€50 a year.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not really that much money. It's like a $5 a month.
I mean, if you think about it, you've 100 games. How long have you had PlayStation Plus?
Almost 2 years.
2 years. So you paid €100 for 100 games. Euro.
It's like a Euro game.
Yeah.
So
and a lot of those games are AAA games.
Right?
Yeah.
How many games have you played?
I've played maybe.
We call this. Let's call this the Steam effect.
This is the Steam effect.
Where you buy 600 games and you play 2 of them.
It's €2. It's like you're paying me to buy it.
No, but honestly, in a Steam sale, it's like I might not ever play it, but it's too good value. I have to get it, even though I might never play it. Just the slight chance that I might. Someday
I've
pick it up.
finished about 5 of my Steam games. I would play 80 there or there. I finished like 5.
It's like
we finished Dota. I don't think we finished Dota.
I've actually
didn't think you could finish Dota.
Yeah,
but honestly, it's like Deus Ex. Deus Ex is a game that was on sale for me for like €2. I'd never had a huge interest in it, and I was like, I'm probably never gonna buy it. But it's €2. I can't.
It's a great game.
Buy it.
And you probably never played it.
No, I haven't even installed it.
But it's a great game.
No, I'm sure it is.
That's the problem. I mean, you kind of miss out on playing some of these great games. Like, you think,
I kind of feel that I have to play the previous Deus Ex before I play.
I know you don't have to play Human Revolution. You don't have to play the previous games.
I played Deus Ex on live actually. That's how I played it.
On live?
I got as far as China in Deus Ex. That spoilers, you go to China.
Oh shit!
There's China in Deus Ex? I didn't even know it was set in this world.
There was Deuses or X's there. But yeah, I played that on
people in that game?
I don't know if OnLive's still going, is it? Yeah, it is. Yeah,
no, it's been taken.
It's been taken
offline
a long time ago.
Didn't it get relaunched a month ago?
No, it got relaunched about a year ago, and then they took it down again.
Didn't it get relaunched?
You're just desperate to get it to succeed.
Well,
yeah, we're looking.
Yeah, I think there's management issues that they fell into. More than anything.
Yeah, and
it was just
no one really wanted it. Yeah, they relaunched it with a new subscription thing.
Yeah, well.
And you can link it to your Steam games. You can play your Steam games over on live.
Really?
Oh wow, it is launched.
Yeah, it's launched, relaunched.
We're looking at the website.
There's a coffee beside a laptop.
It's called, they have a thing called Cloud Lift. Download or Cloud or both.
So confirmed, On Live has been relaunched. You heard it here first on the Games Blurb Podcast, because clearly nobody else has heard about this.
Actually, it's guaranteed that you've never heard it before.
Yeah.
Exclusive.
But anyway,
back to real news.
Back to actual news, guys. So John Carmack, who's the Doom co-creator, he left.
Mr. Carmack.
No, it's just Carmack.
I know.
So he left id about a year ago, and then he joined the Oculus Rift recently. So Zenimax have actually sued. Well, they're threatening to sue them.
We're gonna sue.
Because they're saying that he took proprietary technology he developed at id and used it to help develop and market the Oculus Rift goggles. So I don't know where exactly this is coming from, but I think Zenimax have noticed that Facebook has bought the Oculus Rift for a whole $2 billion, and I mean, who wouldn't want a cut of that money?
No, exactly. Yeah.
Why not try to get a cut of it?
Yeah.
I don't blame them, but it's a bit cheeky of them to do this.
Yeah. I'm not really sure what he could have stolen. I mean, all the technology's already been made.
Yeah, the
Oculus is in his head.
He's a mastermind.
No, it's on his head.
Hey. Alright. So I don't know. I mean, if they have a legitimate copyright concern, fine, they can do it.
Yeah. I'm okay if he actually stole stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if he actually stole things,
he doesn't seem like a guy that would steal things.
We don't actually know.
I don't know the guy personally, but
it's not that he steals it. It's that everything that he created at id
belongs to id.
It's true.
So if he had signed, if that was in his contract, that anything he creates, like I know a lot of companies when you sign, most companies, anything you create when you're there in your own time or in their time is belong to them.
But the funny thing is that the Oculus Rift was already built and there was a prototype available before he.
But he brought a lot of knowledge to it. It wouldn't be about the Oculus Rift. It'd be about
whatever.
Well, they're saying the marketing.
Whatever ideas.
The marketing.
I think it's whatever ideas he put into it. After You know, after he left, I think, or well, not before he left. Yeah, so it
might
have all been made. It might have all been made, but clearly he still put some ideas into it while he was still with.
But that's almost implying that they're developing VR tech in house at Zenimax or id, which I don't really think they are. So I don't know.
Well, no, I wouldn't say it's that. It's again anything he makes once he's signed up with them is ownership.
But didn't he leave? He left. So how is he?
But he was working on it while he was with them.
Okay.
That's I think that's
I got what you mean now.
It's like it's sign your soul away kind of contract. It's really bad.
It's stupid.
Bad form. Yeah. Bad
Do
form.
you think they own all the rocketeering stuff? Because he's very fond of launching rockets and stuff. Do you think they own all the rockets he worked on?
Possibly. No, to be fair, I think it is in the contract. It will be stated in a related field.
You're okay to build rockets.
Yeah, you're okay to build rockets.
In the bottom.
Joe, games and everything, that's ours, but rockets, you can have the rockets, fine.
I mean, we couldn't understand that anyway.
Okay, so we have some game trailers and new upcoming games. So some discussion here.
Can we talk about House of Cards Season 3 first?
Oh yeah, definitely. House of Cards Season 3.
If you haven't seen the trailer yet,
Kevin Spacey's starring in the new Call of Duty game.
The new Call of Duty game.
Yeah.
What?
Oleg got lost there.
House of COD?
House of COD.
House of COD.
We're in the cinema. We were watching the Lego Movie. We were going to see the Lego Movie, and an ad for House of Cards came up, originals on Netflix.
Yeah.
And beside me, Ray, he decided, like, as soon as the trailer ended, everything was super quiet. He said, "More like House of Crap," to a loud theater or to a quiet theater, and he had never watched the show. He doesn't know.
I love that show.
It's a great show. Watch it if you haven't watched it already.
But yeah, the trailer. Back to the trailer.
Yeah.
So the game's called Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
Yeah.
And what happened was the game was leaked. The trailer was leaked early. There was some news leaked a couple of days ago that there's going to be a big reveal for the new Call of Duty game on the 4th. Yeah, the 4th of May.
Yeah.
And
they showed his eyes.
They showed his character, the CG engine.
They showed a picture of him. Yeah.
Just eyes.
Yeah, and then it just went to black and then said Call of Duty announcement, whatever the date it was.
The 4th of May. But the trailer leaked early, and then once the trailer leaked, they just put it up on their own Facebook and everywhere, all over the social media.
Damage control.
Yeah. I mean, they might as well. Yeah. It's out there.
It looked super pretty.
Yeah, look, it did look pretty. Like, honestly, at the end of the day, it looked pretty, but then it's still, in terms of content, it still just seemed like another...
I mean, we actually have no idea. I mean,
it could be fantastic.
Yeah, it could be that when it changes it all, makes all of us want to play.
Well, that's what they say every year.
Yeah, we have to give them the benefit of
every year.
It's like we've reinvented Call of Duty. We've added this, and this, but yeah, still the same.
We've reinvented Call of Duty. We've added a dog. We've reinvented Call of Duty. We've added slightly spacey stuff. Spacey stuff.
Guys, there's mechanical dogs in this one. Okay.
Oh wow.
It is set in the near future, and it's kind of building off Black Ops 2, which is kind of in the near future with mechs and all this stuff. But this has like cybernetic kind of suits, kind of like Crisis.
I'm just gonna play Titanfall instead.
It's gonna sound like hotcakes. I mean, no matter what we say, people will rush to the store to buy it.
Do hotcakes sell?
I hope so.
Ooh. I mean,
or else
I buy them.
What if hotcakes sold very slowly and they got cold before they were sold?
Then there wouldn't be Call of Duty.
Yeah.
By the way, in my notes, the title is Call of Duty Advanced Warfare starring Kevin Spacey.
That's the title of the game.
That is basically the game. I mean, is even him just being in the game? That's gonna suck.
That's a big thing.
The interesting thing, though, is the character that he appears to play in the game is Frank Underwood.
Oh yeah, like he's talking.
I mean, he's less of a southern accent.
His accent's all weird, isn't it?
Exactly the same.
Exactly. I think he's the president from the way he's talking. He sounds like he's a president. And
no spoilers.
It's the trailer. It's the first trailer.
Trailer spoilers? Or what is this? No spoilers.
This is the internet. You just can't talk about anything.
True. Can't talk about anything.
But anyway, so one of the parts in the trailer he mentions like a.
He sounds really racist in it as well.
Yeah, he
very
does.
evil.
It's
like you're not allowed to tolerate anything.
Yeah.
I'm from a second world country and I'm offended. Not actually offended.
I don't know if Ukraine is actually second world.
It's second world.
Is it?
Oh, it's third world, and second world, and first world.
You don't hear much about the second world.
He mentioned
the second world sounds like it's an alternate dimension. It's like something from a video game, Probably World 2, two worlds,
Sounds like a PS3 game.
Why PS3?
Second world. Oh, Second Life. Yeah. No, true.
That's true.
Oh yeah. But yeah, one part of the trailer I thought was funny was when he mentioned says, "Oh, you journalists come in and try to tell me what to do," and that reminded me of House of Cards. Was like, it's basically about journalists.
Yeah. So I would know. It would be hilarious if his name was like Frank over metal or something, or Overstone, Frank Overstone.
That's a great second name.
That's a really
I'm
good
changing
name.
my second name
to Overstone.
Like Overstone.
Your initials would be OO.
That would be great though, Frank Overstone. You heard it first there. Games Blurb Podcast confirmed.
Here's some ideas for you guys. Sledgehammer Games. Here's an idea for you.
Listen to us.
Just thinking there, in the trailer he seemed very anti-media. Do you think as a person working for him you will have to kill press?
Well, I think
that would be neat.
I prefer if he was the main character and actually plays him, but you know.
No, I doubt that.
He's just yelling at people.
It's like it might as well be a House of Cards video game. Just
Working
go around shouting at people. Eating ribs.
Now the Kinect support just yell at people.
No, it could. I think it sounds like cool. The interesting thing though is, do you think you'll be working for him, or do you think you'll be working for someone trying to stop him? Because he seems like the evil character. Or are they going to go this? You get to play both sides. Or something.
You start off good. Right? You start off working for him, and then
you take him down,
bad or something like that. Yeah.
Nintendo announced some big stuff today.
Damn it,
Oleg, what was that?
That was IGN interrupting us. Just so you know.
Damn you, IGN.
Nearly that was important.
Not really though, we love Game Over, Greggy.
They're also in our building.
Yeah.
In our building. They're renting from us.
Yeah, exactly. They're upstairs. We're down here. We have little gang fights.
More games, guys. More games.
Yeah, back to games.
So, Driveclub, new trailer and announced date for Driveclub.
I am looking forward to Driveclub.
I
love my driving games. You love your driving games. Vlad, you love your driving games. Oleg, you hate your driving games.
Every year.
Except Burnout.
Woo! But like Gran Turismo. Okay, Gran Turismo 5 was a bit of a letdown.
6
improved.
Did you play 6?
Yeah. 6 improved on things, but still, it wasn't the big next Gran Turismo that we need. Like 7 has to really be.
It's not the Gran Turismo we deserve.
You deserve, yeah. But Forza, the latest Forza 5 is great.
That was awesome.
I have to say, it is great.
Wasn't that game filled with microtransactions? That people had problems with the microtransactions in that game.
I don't.
No, they kind of went a different way. They kind of fixed this. They fixed the economy in it, like to make cars cheaper. And if you buy DLC, you get the car. You don't have to buy it in game.
Okay.
And they also gave you a crap ton of credits, and they gave you a free car and stuff.
So you still unlock. You still get rewarded credits and buy cars that way. I'd never use microtransactions.
So you can cheat the system and kind of like on a mobile game.
You can do that in Gran Turismo as well.
It's just buying cheats is what you're doing there.
Yeah,
that's fine. I mean, no one really cares.
But Forza,
it's not because in Forza, like when you pick a car, when you buy a really expensive car, you race against other really expensive cars.
Exactly. Yeah, you're buying the ability to race that car.
Yeah, so you're buying progression rather than
no advantages there.
No,
I mean, you're still in the same car as everyone else.
Yeah, like Forza was great. Gran Turismo, okay. Hopefully 7 will improve on it. But Driveclub,
I'm excited for Driveclub, and I'm excited for that Ubisoft one.
What's it called?
The Drive.
I know
the cross country one.
The one that basically has the whole United States map. Drive around the whole United States. It's pretty cool.
It's obviously not. I think it's only 13 cities, but
well, like it's basically you can just drive across the whole thing. And it takes about
the crew. So the crew and Driveclub. I'm really looking forward. Driveclub especially. I mean, PlayStation 4. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, they sound more next gen. I mean, they have all these social interconnectivity. And all that stuff. The release date for it is actually the 7th of October for the US and the 8th of October for the EU and Europe regions. It was initially meant as a free PlayStation Plus game for the launch of the PlayStation 4. That's what it was meant to be.
Okay.
But I really doubt they're going to let people play for free now.
Yeah, possibly not. No, but it does look very good. I can't wait to see it.
Or is it track-based?
It's track-based.
Driveclub is track-based, but the crew is open world.
Yeah, you can drive around all the cities. It's pretty cool.
I'm not a huge, honestly, I'm not a huge fan of the open world driving games. I know Oleg loves, Oleg himself, he really loves Paradise City and other open world driving games like that.
I played like 150 hours of that game. Yeah. It's insane.
No, like I understand some people like it. Personally, I prefer in a racing game. I prefer a track game. If I wanted an open world game, I'd like to be able to get out of the car, like in
Grand Theft Auto.
I like both, though. I mean, it's so much fun to just like be driving, and then like Grand Theft Auto, you just like drive, and then there's a mountain ahead of me. I wonder if I can get fast enough to go up over the mountain.
But like you're a fan of Forza. Have you played Forza Horizon?
Yeah, I love that.
I liked Forza Horizon. Forza Horizon was good. It was an open world, kind of similar to Paradise City, but less
in the countryside.
Less kind of crazy burnout style racing. But no, it was very good.
Yeah, I just can't take the serious car game seriously.
Yeah,
you've very simulation.
No, I do. Like I love some arcade games every so often, but I do love simulators.
Oh, Ridge Racer.
I love collecting
Ridge Racer. Sorry,
the levels went up there. But actually, this year Forza Horizon should be a next one because it should be like Forza and then Horizon and then Forza. That's what they should be doing.
They're trying to do it annually or something, is it? Like one this year.
Forza every year.
Yeah.
Pack the last 4 years.
Yeah. So wait, okay, Forza is a new one.
Forza 5,
Forza Horizon, Forza 4, Forza 3, obviously.
3 was the year before that. Yeah, you're right.
But then I think there's a break between 2 and 3.
2 and 3 had a good break.
Yeah.
That was needed. I didn't like 3 to 4.
Yeah.
Because it was too short. I wasn't finished.
Oh, you weren't finished.
Exactly. It's the same way Assassin's Creed. I haven't finished that, but the next one's coming out, and I'm like, slow down.
Yeah, there's so many Assassin's Creed games. So like you wonder how.
See, and that's the problem. I want to play the Assassin's Creed games, but I feel I can't jump into them right now because there's so much.
You can with 4. You can definitely jump into 4.
Yeah, I know.
You can jump straight into 4, can you?
You can jump into 4 because it's not related to the other.
Oh well, yeah. I'm always worried about that when I'm playing games. I don't want to jump into a game and have to Google the story or Wikipedia the story. I'd rather experience it myself.
Anyway, Driveclub, woo!
Driveclub, woo! Racing games.
Driveclub.
So from racing games, we go to FPS games. We have 2 FPS games here. Destiny is a big game.
Poor Marty. Can we have a moment of silence for Marty, please?
Okay. Martin O'Donnell. May he rest in peace.
He didn't die.
I know.
Hang on, he's dead.
May his Bungie career rest in peace.
He's dead to Bungie.
Okay.
Well, exactly. He might as well be dead, guys.
No, he's gonna be rich. He is rich.
He is rich already. He has an ivory tower.
That's probably why he was.
He's a talented man. He'll be picked up.
Can't be here.
He'll be picked up by another studio. But yeah,
what news on Destiny do we have?
The Strike gameplay. Strike gameplay footage was just released there. It was a 7-minute demo where they showed off like a co-op section where you could just go through.
Was that the same section from E3? The onstage demo they did?
I don't think it was the same section. It was
it was
a new area. Yeah. Maybe that's the problem.
That's the problem. Yeah. That's maybe like a few people who have played it.
Is this a kind of deserty industrial area? Oh yeah, it is.
No, this one was more underground. It was kind of like.
Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good. It looks like good.
It looks pretty.
It looks like Halo with loot, which I kind of think is really cool.
But a little bit of me thinks it's just a little bit too much like Halo.
I think it's more Borderlands than Halo.
Yeah.
You think?
No, yeah. The reason it looks a little bit like Halo, and we're not saying there's a clone, we're saying that it's the same style.
Art.
Because,
it
came from the same artists, came from the same sound designers.
No, of course. And I admire that.
The gameplay is very Borderlands, I think, and that's
true.
I never finished any Borderlands game. I haven't finished 1 or 2.
Me neither.
I started 1.
I finished 1 and then it's avalanche of DLC.
I'm never buying a Borderlands game.
What about the pre-sequel?
Never buying a Borderlands game again. Just because I can't finish it.
Oh yeah,
I'm always buying a Borderlands game, everything.
I always thought that Destiny was headed for PC. But apparently it's not.
Yeah, that's weird.
I was convinced that it was.
I was convinced.
I was sure.
Console Master Race, PC Plebs.
And that's the only time you'll ever get to say that.
Yeah, I got a high five for that.
That was a good high five.
It was a very good high five and picked it up on the mic. Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
But yeah, I always thought it was for PC, and they're just.
You see, Vlad. Sometimes the best games they can't bring them out to the inferior consoles.
The inferior consoles.
The inferior consoles. So you're playing that.
That's what
they come out for the PC, but not the inferior consoles.
No, the inferior platform.
How is the inferior platform?
I'm just baiting here, throwing out some bait.
Low quality bait.
Yeah, low quality.
But yeah, they're actually not. They might be developing it for PC, but right now they don't have the resources.
Strange,
they're saying they don't have the time or the resources because they're focusing on 4 platforms. I mean, it does.
Well, what are the 4 platforms?
Xbox 360, PS3, Xbox
4,
One, PS4.
And,
I mean, if you think about the Halo games, are only on one console.
Yeah.
So this is a big deal for them. Them developing for 4 is a big.
That is new. Yeah, that is very new for them.
The only thing is, I think the PC, from my understanding of the PC industry at the moment, is that it's grown bigger. I think it's bigger now than it has ever been before.
Yeah.
I think it's it is a bit silly for them to completely ignore it.
There was a story saying that PC sales have outnumbered console sales. Like, there's more people playing PC games.
Yeah.
Than playing
they got high fives. Yeah.
That was the
obviously, overall PC sales have declined, but that's because you've got the mass.
No, they haven't.
Oh, they have. Yeah,
they've actually increased, thanks to Steam mostly. But
well, no. I'm talking about overall, like laptop sales and everything.
PCs.
Oh, sorry, the personal computers.
Personal computer. So because of tablets and everything, the person who uses it for Twitter and Facebook and everything is buying tablets and phones instead. But I would imagine more gamers are getting into PC gaming. Like me myself, I only discovered it a couple of years ago.
If a gamer is into a PC, he's going to build a PC, so that would also decrease PC sales because he's building PCs.
Yeah, true.
No, but when you say PC sales are decreased, they're still well above PS4.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Even though most of them aren't used for gaming.
Oh, definitely.
But they're still way over.
Yeah.
Like,
no, but I mean, if you look 10 years ago when every man, woman, like there was probably 2 computers sold a year per human in the world. Okay, yeah, but the 5 years. Actually,
I know.
Wow, we feel old now.
Throwing that out there.
2004 isn't that long ago, but it's
playing my Game Boy back then.
Wow.
But
no, you weren't. 2004.
Game Boy Advance.
Game Boy Advance, yeah. I was playing my Game Boy.
Possibly, actually, DS
was out.
No, DS
and we didn't play it.
No, 2004, DS was 2004.
And we didn't play it.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I got a launch fast.
I was emulating Game Boy games on my PSP.
Yeah,
we're going to have
to delete that. We do not promote piracy.
Emulation. It's not piracy.
If the game is good, buy it.
Except in Assassin's Creed 4.
Unless you want to emulate it on the PSP. Just saying.
Or buy it.
Yeah, please buy it.
No, it's not piracy because it's not like I owned a SNES and I could buy it from legitimate source.
But you can buy them legitimately now.
If
you have a Wii, you can buy Game Boy Advance games or SNES games on their store.
This is the piracy podcast where we question
just
the morals of
just like Sony allow you to download PS1 games and Microsoft allow you to download nothing because they have no.
Yeah, why didn't you buy a Wii and have a virtual console?
Exactly, virtual console. There you go.
Because someone bought the Wii.
There you go.
And that goes against everything I believe.
What were we talking about a second ago?
Destiny.
Thank you.
So our destiny is to not buy that game.
To be the very best.
Wolfenstein: The New Order is next.
I like that Pokemon.
New Order. It's interesting actually. It's coming out and it looks exactly like the old school games that have been researching on the PC recently.
Yeah, it doesn't have a shield system like all the other FPS games.
You know
that's something I got fed up of.
You know what I liked about the Wolfenstein trailer was that it looked like it didn't look AAA. It looked mid-tier. It looked
the THQ, all kind of THQ style
buy if you had the money but you wanted a game and you didn't
something while you were waiting for a good
buy
game.
A Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
I'm going to drink beer and play this game.
And the story is very cheesy. Like the guy that they have this old man. And he's just basically telling you to kill everybody.
So let me guess, is it racist or not?
No, it's not racist. But it's Nazis.
Nazis, yeah. Okay, so
or Nazis.
We're okay for that.
No, I liked it. I did notice that it did kind of seem mid-tier. Like ever since THQ fell apart and indie games.
Oh, no.
Actual IRP this time, guys.
Yeah, I hated that. But yeah. So anyway, but the indie games kind of replaced those mid-tier THQ games that came out in between big releases. Well, a lot of THQ. That's the reason THQ fell, because indie games were getting so popular. And
they're stuck in this middle.
They're stuck in this middle ground. They were never AAA and never indie. They were somewhere in between. That was their fault. And it's nice to see that we can still have games like that come out, like Wolfenstein.
I'm really happy.
There's a good few ones in Steam Greenlight as well that would fit the kind of THQ.
Kind of published by Midway or something.
Yeah, Midway. Yeah, exactly.
Just a bit crap, but really fun.
Yeah, I mean, some of them can be great. Like Darksiders is great. I love Darksiders.
I think Dark Souls is one of those games as well.
You think?
Yeah, because
the first one, but the second one,
they put
the
a lot
second
more
one
money
also
into
doesn't look
that
great.
But it
looks like a AAA game.
But the animations are really stiff and everything. Yeah. I mean, there's no mocap studio behind it. True. There's no proper voice acting.
I miss no mocap studio.
Mirror of the Curse.
But also, in terms of sales of
in terms of sales, it's not a bajillion.
Oh, did it actually? Is it like I'm thinking? Is it like a AAA? It's a AAA there with the likes of
in terms of sales,
in terms of the money made,
making it, like, and quality, it does like
it seems
gameplay is solid, but
it's not like a Last of Us.
Also, we're not implying that that's a bad thing. It's
no,
it's a style of
I
the game.
love it.
Yeah,
I love
it's
it.
a style of the game as opposed to you're not saying it's bad quality. You're saying it's different.
I won't say I love it because I got raped when I played it. not that.
So you was playing the game and a guy broke into his house and
assaulted.
took advantage of him, and he can never play the game again because it's associated with himself.
But he still loved it.
He really enjoyed it. He still got to play the game, so that was what really what mattered. But
moving on,
Wolfenstein. They're in the trailer. They showed two different ways of approaching a situation. So they really want you to experiment. They don't want you to just go guns blazing. I mean, if you want. But
I mean, from the trailer, it looked like guns blazing.
It's the more fun approach.
They played two different songs. So I mean, the second song sounds a lot more fun and upbeat.
It did.
Yeah, no, but it looks funny. It looks
fun. It looks like a game you pick up on sale.
Yeah.
I really liked that trailer because of its presentation. It was like, here's how to play it. They showed you the same thing twice, but different ways of doing it.
Yeah.
That's kind of the point of video games, is to do the same thing over
you have
and
your
over again,
own
but different ways.
Yeah, no, I like that different people can have different experiences when playing a game. That's not something the movie industry or music industry have ever been able to do.
Well, I mean, about this game, you couldn't this. Other games that demonstrate that a lot better.
No, I know, but like with most games,
sneaking method looks.
I can go one way and you can go the other way. Well, in most cases, which is it's something that.
And guys, we haven't talked about the guns yet. They had these dual shotguns and
dual machine guns,
massive
laser
Gatling gun and
laser Gatling gun.
The guns of the olden days that you never see very much anymore.
It's like, is that an automated rocket launcher with unlimited ammo? Yes, it is, my friend. Yes, it is.
It's not like that gun's too heavy to carry around.
Yeah,
no, you carry two of them around.
Like, kind of Ratchet and Clank-esque kind of rhino. Rip you a new one. That kind of
style. We're talking about Quake and Real Tournament here.
It's similar kind of thing.
But
that's what Ratchet and Clank had. The Rip You a New One was a giant automated rocket launcher.
Actually, name one gun.
Rip You a New One, Rhino.
I love that.
Isn't that great? Yeah. And then they had sequels in it in the next games, like the Rhino 2, and they came up with all different names. But big guns are good.
I would like to play the game as a combination of those two styles. So I sneak up on someone and then
spend all your time sneaking up behind someone and just pull out a giant automated rocket launcher and blow them.
I wonder how close I can get to them and blow their head off.
I wonder if I will survive this explosion. Being right beside
the only death the only killing we're doing is one that does a 50-50 chance you'll die too.
Oh my god. So so the game's coming out on May the 20th, so it's very soon. It's this month actually, guys.
Yeah, that's surprisingly quick.
Very soon. The year is almost half over. In terms of, that means that a lot of these big games are going to be coming out in November.
What's with the order? When's the order due?
If
it makes this year.
I'm not too excited about that.
I think it could be interesting.
From the footage they showed,
I mean, I say it's beyond this game. It's like, that's a good game. But
which game is this?
The Order 1886.
It looked very rough from the footage.
It's supposed to be rough right now.
I trust Sony. I don't think they'd push out a very bad game.
Pump as much money as it needs into it.
It's like, there's a problem here, just throw money out until it fixes itself or goes away.
The Japanese insurance business will pay for it, so.
Oh yeah, the Sony insurance arm. Yeah, I forgot about that.
No. The American one.
And then there's the $100 special.
Yeah,
edition.
there's a what?
Does it have the game?
Yeah,
you get this model of the robot dog.
That's just a mod. That's not a collect. That's just a model.
It's called the Panzerhunde edition.
That'll put hair on your chest.
That's like, I don't know. That's like the Last of Us. That's like someone like put a Last of Us doll on Amazon or something, saying this is the collector's edition Last of Us. There's no game, but it's still the collector's edition.
It's not collector's edition. It's a toy.
I love it. That's exactly what
the problem is that it comes with really cool stuff. You got a book, you got like
but they actually have the game in the name. Yeah, they call it the.
It comes with a steel book. Like the metal cases.
Yeah. Is the game in that?
No, not at all.
But it comes in empty. You get the actual case, but when you open it, there's no.
What it's filled with is disappointment.
€100 for disappointment.
When it does come out on discs, it's the game's going to be about 40 gigabytes in size. I just read it. That means it's coming on 4 DVDs on the Xbox 360. 4 DVDs.
Oh, wow.
That's exciting.
This is going back to the days of the PS1.
Yeah.
This is going back to Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9.
There was a game.
You're right. They should release a new console. Oh.
There was a game a couple of years ago, actually. Recent enough, they came out on Xbox. They had about four discs.
Lost
Odyssey had
three. Yeah.
Three.
Yeah, well, maybe that's the one I'm thinking of. But
Forza 4 had two discs.
2 discs, yeah. They were dual layer discs though, weren't they?
Yeah.
But they're DVDs. They ought to be dual layer.
What, they're 14 gigs or something?
A normal DVD is 4.9.
Is it 4?
9 gigs for the dual layer.
Yeah. Wow.
So yeah, you need 4 discs for this game.
4 dual layer discs.
Actually, sorry, maybe I'm confusing it with the reason Metal Gear Solid 5 Kojima came out and stated the reason he couldn't bring it to the Xbox 360 was because he'd have to put it on 4 or 5 discs. And
wait, he's not bringing it to the 360?
The 360, Metal Gear Solid 5, Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Matrix. That's why he said he couldn't bring it out. Just because
they're bringing Ground Zeroes out on the...
Oh, of course they are, yeah.
So that was a bullshit reason.
His point was invalid.
Oh no, but that's because the engine he was using was built specifically for the
but his
PlayStation Core.
His point is still invalid.
Yeah.
It's an excuse at the time that he used.
No, it wasn't an excuse, but also you have to understand when you play Metal Gear Solid 4, the textures in that are they're not compressed at all. They're like the reason that game was so big.
His fault.
The reason that game was so big is because he didn't bother compressing anything in it.
You can download WinRAR. And you don't have to pay for it. You keep using it trial, even after it expires.
What? This is new, guys.
You get some
good guy WinRAR.
Some PVR4 textures. Make them all small.
It compresses things.
So yeah, we've talked about some upcoming games. Let's talk about a bit of mobile gaming and what Chuckie thinks of next gen, because we want to know his opinions on next gen.
Next gen on mobile, or
and Chuckie actually works for a mobile studio.
He works
for
Cobra
Mobile.
The only one who actually earns a living from games.
Yes. Let's
you start dabbling.
I dabble.
Shall we let Chuckie talk about Cobra a little bit? Maybe mention what he does?
Yeah, sure.
What do you make?
Yeah, Cobra Mobile is in Dundee in Scotland. We make iPhone games, mostly iPad, iPhone, and then we port them to other things.
I know you have a few Android games.
Yeah, I was showing Dave earlier. We did
Star Wars
Lego Star Wars Microfighters on iOS and Android now.
Yeah, we make sure to download that.
But our most popular series, I think, is the iBomber games, which pay the bills.
I was supposed to buy that on Steam, I think.
Is that a
top-down tank game?
Yeah, that was iBomber Attack. That came out 2 years ago, 1 year ago, last summer, and that was one that I worked on, and we released that on Steam and iOS, and then before that we had iBomber Defense, which is a tower defense thing, and then before that iBomber, which is like dropping bombs on shit. You might need to leave that
great
on dropping bombs on Nazis for fun.
So it was like Wolfenstein.
Well, no, it's top down. You pilot a plane, like you lean forward with the phone, lean back to go slow, fast, and then steer, and you're dropping stuff.
And are you finding it hard to make yourself kind of known out there with all the games and the mobile games? The noise.
Not really, because I'm sure. It would be hard if we were starting out, but we've kind of...
You've been around the block a bit.
Yeah, we've been around the block. We have relationships with different companies. Our boss, he goes and talks to different companies, and I'm not sure...
it's licensed
he
games
all
that,
from
isn't it? A lot of it is licensed games.
No,
just Star Wars.
Lego is our first licensed game since the company was working on Java games for Java phones.
Yeah. Oh wow!
That's how old the company is.
Okay, so they have been around. They started it off.
We are the oldest games company in Dundee, I think.
Oh wow!
Is there many in Dundee?
There's quite a few. There's Tag. There's Outplay. There's a bunch of other ones. Most of them mobile.
Yeah.
There was Real Time Worlds. They were in Dundee.
Real Time Worlds. Yeah.
Their building is now a gym.
Moment of silence for Real Time Worlds offices. And
Ruffian Games, who did Crackdown 2, they're still going. They're in Dundee.
Cool.
They released a mobile game recently. Clash of the.
Wait, they made Crackdown and they're in Dundee.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
It's like a Rockstar in Edinburgh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I know, they make like the best, most realistic American games, and they're
And what's it like? What's it been like working for them?
Oh, it's been great. I mean, like, the guys are really nice. There's only 16 employees there. And,
so everyone knows everyone. It's a great kind of environment, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, that's big enough for a small studio.
If we need anything, I can just walk behind me, talk to an artist, and they'll work it up. And I mean,
good employment to artists. That's a good.
And everyone's on a kind of flat level as well.
Oh, that's good. Yeah,
except
floor.
Our boss,
who has his own chamber,
emanating above everyone.
No, he's Mark's great. He's he's always a good joker. Everyone's joking and stuff.
Oh, that's good. That's why an office should
exactly.
The best, the most productive offices are.
Like if Mark is approached by anyone, he'll be like, "Hey, what do you think of putting out in this?" He'll ask us. That's the end. I'm a programmer, by the way.
See, Chuckie is the only person, one of us, that really earns a living from the video games industry. The rest of us, it's a hobby mainly. I know Vlad does work for.
We levitate around it.
So yeah, we levitate around it. But
hoping to penetrate it one day.
So he's actually he's our very first. I suppose this is our very first interview, isn't it? With
someone actually works in the industry.
No. So we're very happy to have you, Chuckie.
And what do you? I was talking to you earlier, and I know that you have an Xbox One, and do you have a PS4 as well, or is it just the Xbox One?
We have both.
Oh, you both got. So you're living in next gen, unlike us.
Yeah, unlike us plebs.
Yeah. We also have.
I've been living next gen for the last couple of years, just saying.
But
I have an Oculus Rift.
Oh, wait! Stop talking about everything else. Talk about that.
You put it on your face, you look around, you can see the things around you, and that's what.
And what demos have you played with it? What games have you played?
A lot of them, the roller coaster ones are really fun, especially with someone who's afraid of heights.
Did you do the head chopping one?
No, not yet.
Do the head chopping one.
I'm afraid to do horror ones in it.
7 Spooky 5.
Ironically, I'm afraid to do a horror game.
It already succeeded and it's going to scare you.
Yeah, exactly. It already scares me. Yeah. No, we do like loads of...
Half-Life 2?
I did Half-Life 2. Half-Life 2 was amazing in it. And you kind of wander around the train station and stuff, and you're throwing the cans at the guards and chase the end.
That's like the best part of the game.
It's great because you press forward and you're running away, and you can look behind you at the guard running after you. Cool. It's really like...
So how immersive does it feel?
Oh, it feels really immersive. Like you're looking around.
But it's the same
so
time.
So it's not gimmicky. It's kind of it's a big deal, is it?
It is if it didn't make you sick. Because I was wandering around the train station in City 17. I leave, I go up the roofs and stuff, and then you go into the building, and where all the guys are looking out the window, and you have the TV on and stuff, and I was looking around the kitchen, and it is more immersive. Like I was noticing things that I wouldn't have noticed before. I was like looking around, I was like, what's that cup say? And I look in at the cup, and it's great.
You can do that now,
yeah. Cool. But the problem is that when you start moving around indoors, it's a confined space. I just felt really sick suddenly.
And there must be this kind of disconnect because you're controlling the thing with your keyboard or your controller, and you have to use your head.
Is it confusing? Like, is it a bit odd?
Yeah, it's kind of like you move your analog stick, and then
so it doesn't really make sense.
The entire world moves around you.
Your brain doesn't really. At first, I'd say it would be kind of weird for your brain to compute that.
I think after you get used to it, it's like your hands become your.
Oh yeah, you'll take it.
Let's say you're still playing with a mouse and a keyboard or a joystick. Can you still control the camera without moving your head?
Yeah.
Oh well, then I suppose. As long as you keep your head still. Then
are you controlling the camera and moving your head? That must be kind of weird.
Because you kind of move the camera, and then you're like, it's a TV, so you're moving your camera as you were, and then you kind of stop, you let go of the analog stick, and then you're in the world again.
Yeah.
That's like weird.
It's interesting.
It's weird. Yeah. So they need some sort of control system or.
You need a big treadmill.
You need a treadmill.
That device that a lot of people have paired with it's like a giant ball thing that you run on. It's very cool.
Wear some special slippery shoes.
Anyway, it was worth the money. So that's the Oculus Rift.
I'm going to visit you in Dundee.
Yeah, you should.
I'm not going to visit you.
He's going to visit your Oculus Rift.
Yeah, visit a cat. I mean,
I'd love to visit your cat.
Can I actually?
Have you seen the cat?
No.
I'll show Vlad the cat.
That's
you
go. We'll post the link
to
the cat picture on the
I'll see the cat picture.
Black and white cat. But yeah, what do you think of the PS4 and Xbox One? What are you playing the most? I know you're playing Titanfall. I know you're a fan of that game.
I'm playing the Xbox One more at the moment because the PS4 is broke.
Sony, get on that.
Please
it's actually broken?
Yeah, we just haven't called about it. Yeah, I'm sure they'll replace it.
What's wrong with it?
It keeps restarting and going into safe mode. And consoles have safe modes now. They have safe modes now. How weird is that?
Kind of cool.
They shouldn't have it.
Well, it's pretty much a PC.
It's better in dangerous mode.
What it is if you...
So you're always in dangerous mode? Oh.
Oleg lives his life in dangerous mode.
it's a philosophy, man.
It's a way of life.
No, if you're turning it on, it says make sure you turn it off before plugging it out. And so if I keep plugging it, turning it on, and switching it off, if I keep turning it on and switching it off, is it just going to break the software like a PC would? Like if you keep it,
maybe not. Yeah.
Obviously, it wouldn't happen all the time. We will, but I've been playing the Xbox One mostly.
Any favourite games? Any favourite?
Trials Fusion is pretty fun.
I want to play that game.
We love Trials.
I love. I played a game that was very similar. No, I played not a Trials game, but I played a game that was exactly the same as Trials on Android. I don't remember the name, but it works exactly the same way.
Is that hill climb thing?
No. Well, it works the same way. So you can use your tilt, so you can actually use the motion sensor. So it's a little bit better to control it. And
mobile games are so stupid.
Wow.
I'm joking.
I've played some great mobile games.
So we all have, to be fair.
Clash of Heroes, amazing.
Yeah.
Without mobile games,
Badlands good game.
Without mobile games, you wouldn't have the indie scene right now.
That's true. A lot of
You actually wouldn't at all.
No.
You'd still be like the
You'd
starter
still be
Xbox
playing
Live
War
games.
Fortress on PC.
Any other games, Chuckie?
That I'm playing at the moment on the Xbox One. Forza 5.
I guess it's the start of our what are you playing section.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay. Everything I'm playing? Okay. We got Hearthstone. I'm in the middle of that.
Oh, my baby Hearthstone.
I feel uncomfortable beside
you should.
I'm also playing Fable Anniversary. I started that. It's my first Fable game.
Yeah.
It's still kind of fugly, but it's fun.
I think I have it for Steam. I played it for a couple of minutes.
Wait, did you say that's your first Fable game?
First Fable game.
I thought you were well into your Fable.
Well, it actually is the first Fable game.
It's
the anniversary edition.
It's the anniversary edition. Yeah, I've got it on Steam or Xbox. Which?
It's Fable Anniversary.
It's on Xbox.
Is it? I thought. Then what's the one that came out that was on Steam?
There was the original.
That's just the standard.
The last chapters or whatever.
Oh, and is it updated? Is it a HD remake or something?
Yeah.
Very cool.
I've been playing that.
Great game.
I'm in the middle of something that's missing.
Titanfall.
Titanfall. I've been playing that a lot. It's great.
Yeah.
That's actually something that I noticed in the Call of Duty trailer is that they have a lot of Titanfall things. They're like, here's some mechs, here's some wall climbing.
Yeah, they have the little Spider-Man.
Here's the double jump.
Here's the double jump stuff. You probably have a jetpack at some point.
I actually saw him.
Black Ops 2 has mechs and jetpacks and all that, so this was definitely.
To be fair though, if Titanfall make that the standard, then of course Call of Duty are going to have to follow.
They're going to have to make it bigger and better.
You're going to call in some mechs at some point.
Of course.
Titanfall is great. Like,
Fear of being
I only played beta for a while, but that was the same. That wasn't a beta. That was a demo at best.
Yeah, it wasn't a beta. There's no.
There was no bug fixing. It was perfect the way it was, and it was great. I really enjoyed it.
It was really fun. Like they made the maps really right because you run along a wall, you jump, and you're jumping across like a big wide gap, and then you're running along another wall, and they made all those kind of narrow paths that aren't that narrow. You fell like you're making them as opposed to they play them out, and you shoot guys and they die, and that's fun.
Sounds good.
And then you get a big robot and you shoot more guys.
I don't play Call of Duty games as well, so this is like my first
FPS.
Modern.
Well, you mean like
game,
multiplayer FPS?
Exactly, my
modern military shooter.
Modern military shooter.
MSN. What?
So what are you guys playing? Dave, Oleg.
What? Me?
What are you playing?
I'm playing Hearthstone. I've started Hearthstone.
Hearthstone. We've all played Hearthstone.
Yeah.
5 or 6 hours with that. There's so many games.
It's addictive.
Yeah. I keep losing. I keep getting my ass kicked.
Yeah. Join the club. We all do.
What I found was the first couple of hours you play against the bots. You know the missions you do.
Well, we haven't played against
the bots. See, they're easy.
I don't.
The bots are easy.
Oh, yeah, I went through all of them, done all those. But before I finished all of them, I went into the main kind of the multiplayer mode. I started delving into that. The first maybe 10 games I was like grand. I won about 7 or 8 of them. Then I think
all of a sudden,
there's this kind of matchmaking thing. It knows that you're getting better. And it starts matching with better players, and then I just started losing, and I was like, oh god, should I? And then I just kind of stopped I just didn't want to play it anymore. I just stopped playing.
You won? Did you? Yeah. Screw you!
Yeah, here you go.
Oh, you thought you won, huh?
No, but that was the same as me. Like I played it as well for a good few. Like I played it for about 5 or 6 hours. Just like and the first 3 games I won in a row. I was like, yes, I feel great. Let's go again. And then it was like the next 4 or 5 in a row, I lost every one of them. And it was getting late, and I was like, I need to win one more before I go to bed, or else I don't feel right.
Dave, that's the way we feel for Dota.
It's actually really odd because you'd be winning, and you'd be winning by a considerable amount, and then just one turn just changes the whole thing.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Each game is 10-15 minutes long, and it can go either way very, very quickly.
Some games last 5 minutes.
Yeah, well, I noticed actually, you don't realise how quick the time passes because it feels so fast paced when you're doing it.
Yeah, and then you go for another game.
You check the clock and you realise, oh, geez, 15 minutes have passed by.
And then an hour goes by, and then 2 hours go by, and then 3 hours.
It's interesting.
I would like to point out something interesting is that I think that the reason that the game is so good is because of the great sound quality.
The sounds are amazing.
The sound's amazing, and then these little things on the sides of the screen. You can never play around with those.
You play around with them with a board.
You can ring the gong. You can break stuff. And
you know what's nice as well? You get a pack of cards, and then you have to drag it across,
and it's satisfying. It is so satisfying.
And then boom.
It's all special.
No, what I think makes it so addictive and so easy. It's the fact that it's so easy.
So polished.
And so polished. When I started, it didn't really need to explain anything. I understood, your cards have an attack, a defense. You have mana. Simple as that. And then it's kind of the more you play, you don't need to understand everything the second you play it. You just need to understand the basics. And then the more you play it, the more you learn about it, and then the more strategic it becomes. That's how it just becomes more deeper and deeper the more you play. But I think that's why it's so good, because it's so easy to pick up.
And how long did you play with the beginner hero, the girl?
I'm still playing as well.
I got off her as soon as
I'm still playing as well.
Yeah,
maybe that's why I'm losing.
I played with her for the first couple of hours, and then I thought, she's kind of the really, really basic one. You don't really need to that much.
But I'm assuming that they're all balanced.
Oh, they are, but some of them are more complex. There's more strategy involved in some of the others, like the
assassin.
The paladin is the one I'm.
The warrior is actually really hard to play. I played him, and
I'd like to switch to the paladin, because the paladin has a special ability where he can summon a monster. Instead, where you have your attack, you can use that special ability where you take 1 damage from somebody as the girl.
Yeah.
He has an ability where he can summon a monster with 1 attack and 1 defense, and I think that alone is just.
I really like the shaman. He can summon totems.
Totems are great.
Yeah.
They can't. If you get about 3 or 4 of them,
they keep coming up, and you're like,
If you get 3 or 4 of them, and they only cost 1, it's sort of 2 per turn.
Yeah, and then the mage has a thing that does 2 damage to all monsters.
Yeah. So if you're playing against mage, it's terrible. But if you're playing against anyone else, they can destroy.
I like playing the guy with the antlers. I'm not sure what class that is. But he gets 1 attack and 1 armor every time his ability is used. I like using that, and I like using the rogue a lot because she gets the poison to add to her weapon.
Yeah, and then does insane
and her weapon
damage.
she does 2.
I hate weapons.
Yeah, the weapons are
2 weapons.
I don't know what to do against weapons.
I have a card that it's a slug. I can't remember what his name is, but he negates the effect of he gets rid of someone's weapon, which is a great card.
You got to get your taunts down.
Free
taunts are great. Throw a taunt card down. Card with taunts.
So that's Hearthstone. We all like
Hearthstone. Actually been all enjoying
Hearthstone. Yeah, Hearthstone is great, guys. And it's the best part about it. It's free.
I have
if you have a penny. The monetizing strategy is actually quite fair.
Oh yeah.
I think if they did an expansion pack.
Speaking of expansion packs, they're releasing a single player campaign for free.
See, but honestly, I'd probably pay for it.
Don't.
No, I wish that cost money and came with cards.
It comes with, you can unlock 30 cards.
I know, but that's I would buy it if they released a DLC and it was like, this is going to cost $4.99 or whatever, and it's your story mode. I'd buy it.
Well, again, a pack costs €2. So
see, they're banking on the fact that if you play the game enough, you'll be like, sure, I wouldn't mind spending a couple of years on this game, 10 years on this game.
You're guaranteed to get 1 rare card in every pack.
Yeah.
great.
No, I like it. I think it's very. It's free. Go out and download it and give it a shot.
Just when I brought up the sound point earlier, is that the audio is great.
The audio
is really good. But as casinos and everything, the audio is what makes people get addicted to playing in casinos. Is this sound to hear over and over?
Oh yeah,
the sound cues. You start hearing the sounds, and they it's like.
I really think that's a big part of this.
They're trying to condition you to keep playing over and over and over.
No, it is great.
It's a great game.
It's available on
just like
Battlefront
on iOS,
Battle.net, and
PC, and soon to be Android in the next,
and soon to be Windows Phone
and Windows Phone as well. But we're not sure on a date for that.
I
think within the year. Or something
just while we're talking about Hearthstone, we're not saying that's the best TCG game because we've also played hours of Soulforge.
Soulforge is a good game.
It's different. Hours or
Soulforge is similar, is it?
We've played way more.
Yeah, I played about 100 hours.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow.
And Soulforge is a similar card game, is it?
It's a similar card game, but it's
while
Hearthstone's based off Magic and simple version of Magic, this is completely different. It has a new system. So the way it works is your cards level up. So you play the card the first time, it's level 1.
Okay.
Once you play, it's discarded and it's leveled up to level 2. So then the level 2 card gets thrown into your deck. And then you pick up level 2, you throw the level 2 down and get level 3.
That's interesting.
So originally it was just 3 levels. I think they added
a
fourth
on
level.
PC?
It's just on PC.
Oh.
It's on Steam.
Yeah.
Can't you say your service?
Actually, wait. Okay. They had a beta on iOS and they have an Android beta as well now.
Oh, very
so
cool.
it will be coming to tablets.
It is very good. And again, the monetization system was very good because
it's quite good.
I got packs all the time.
They've improved it as well. You get more packs, you get more rewards.
You get more packs. I mean, I got so many packs that I never feel inclined to buy anything.
But yeah, there's loads of card games available.
Everyone knows the best one though is Metal Gear Acid.
Oh, of course.
Damn right.
Great game. I wish, honestly,
we're not being sarcastic.
No, I would love a remastered version for. I would download it. I don't have a Vita.
I would buy a Vita
PS3
for that. I would buy a Vita
if you can get that.
It's not on the store.
It's on PSN. If it comes to PSN.
Yeah, but it was a great card game.
If they just re-released it as it was on the PSN store for the Vita, I would buy a Vita.
I was very reluctant at first.
I buy a Vita anyway because you have PS4.
I was very reluctant to play Metal Gear Acid at first because I love Metal Gear is my favourite series and I don't like anything different from what it is. I love everything Metal Gear Solid is, and then all of a sudden Oleg and a few of people were telling me about this card game.
I would just like to say that's the only Metal Gear Solid
game I've played. But he was just like, play
that
it.
And Rising are the only ones I've played.
But he was like, this is great, play it. And I was like, it's not a real Metal Gear Solid game. And then one day I was like, alright, fine, I'll bite the bullet and play it. I was like, oh my god, this thing is amazing. And I couldn't put it down. It was so good.
But I found, I got the second game and I tried playing it and I didn't like it as much.
Acid Squared.
I like the style more.
Yeah.
It was more cel-shaded.
Very cel-shaded.
But I remember it wasn't quite as good.
The story wasn't as good. But I thought the gameplay was better. It looked better.
It was still great,
It's different, But anyway, Dave, have you been playing anything?
I have been playing things. So guys, I know I give the lads here a lot of stick for playing Dota, but I took the plunge and I decided not to play Dota. Don't worry. I have started a MOBA. I've started. I feel like I'm in AA here. I'm
we're judging.
I started.
You're very welcome here.
I started Infinite Crisis.
Just
DC.
To put into perspective, I'm wearing a Dota t-shirt as we speak.
So I could never understand all the hullabaloo around MOBAs, and I never found them fun. I thought they were boring games. But if I look at it this way, if DC isn't going to get me into a MOBA, nothing ever will, because I'm a crazy DC
So
fan.
how much have you played this game?
Honestly, I've played about 4 or 5 hours. Not a huge amount.
Not a huge amount.
Played about 10 battles.
In Dota terms, not Dota. In MOBA terms.
Not a lot of time.
You don't understand anything.
Again, no. Well, I'm starting to understand more.
Terms,
but I need. Yeah, that's true. That's an entire game. Yeah. But no, I haven't. I've been giving it a shot, and there's been times when I was playing it, I was like, this game's stupid. I don't understand these games. Why do people make them? But then when I win,
for the money.
But then when I win, I'm like, oh my god, this feels so good. I want to go for another one, and then I lose. I'm like, shit.
I want to play again.
This game is so stupid. Why do I play these games?
But then I lost, so I kind of want to play again.
Yeah,
to win.
like I can understand the addiction.
Yeah,
it's like
that's exactly how we feel. That's exactly
you can't end the last.
But you can't go to bed.
It's kind of like a big game of chess, but. It's different. Like when I play Hearthstone. Hearthstone is a lot more. It's a lot easier to pick up and play.
Yeah, because it's 1v1.
That's not a different spectrum.
Oh yeah,
it's a 1v1 game.
It's a similar kind of addictive kind of gameplay.
Yeah,
but I understand it.
Like
I understand it. It's good. Like it's a lot more simplistic than Dota. I've played Dota a few times, and it's quite complex. Doesn't make sense. A lot of the things we all know that.
They really don't.
But this is more simplistic and it makes more sense.
Yeah.
But aside from that, I have played only one. Like I've been waiting for ages to play Injustice.
Oh yeah.
The
game.
collector's edition, the new one.
Yeah.
And like I've been honestly waiting for weeks to play it, and I've only gotten to play one match.
And what do you get with the
that's all.
What do you get with the collector's edition?
Oh, it's just new characters and
the new heroes,
it's updated
graphics.
graphics. You know,
I played through the tutorial.
yeah, but I like it. It was good. From the one match I played made me feel good, and I want to get back and play it.
Cool.
But that's what's
now,
Hearthstone
Vlad,
right now.
You played Child of Light. Mine hasn't arrived yet.
Ooh.
I want to hear about this.
Verdict,
Oh.
quick.
Is this any good? Is it any good?
7.9.
It's so pretty.
It's so beautiful.
Okay, so I got my copy of Child of Light
Did you?
a couple of days ago.
Right.
I think
We're
he's lying.
leaning into.
I think he's lying.
Literally just yesterday afternoon I picked it up.
He's a good looking man.
brought it home. I had to go to college, which is pretty. Yeah, it was pretty awful.
You should have missed
But then
it.
I came back.
Whoa!
Oh.
Plot twist.
Oh! The story is progressing. Tell us more. I'm engrossed.
What's the next obstacle?
And then I didn't play it that day. So but I got up this morning and I played at about 8 or 9 a.m. and I played it for 2 hours.
How good is it?
So I read some stuff online, just not reviews or anything. I just read what people are thinking of the game, and they said that don't play on normal because normal is too easy.
Yeah.
So I stuck it on hard because the game only has two difficulty modes. There's normal and there's hard. So yeah, normal is pretty much easy, and hard is
crushing.
Hard is the way it's supposed
I
to be.
read an article today that Ubisoft already have gotten some flack over this, saying that people are saying that the normal difficulty is way too easy. So they're changing normal and hard to casual and expert. That's it. That's the only change. They're going to patch the game, just change the name.
Change the names.
I thought that was hilarious. But anyway, so I stuck it on hard, and the game, like I imagine on normal, would be too easy for me because I play a lot of RPGs, a lot of JRPGs specifically. But the game is beautiful. It looks like a watercolor painting. We all know that already.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
But I started it off. It's basically like a platforming game. So you're jumping around. You're solving a few puzzles. Like there's these boxes you drag along, like traditional 2D platformers. You jump on them, and then you finally get the flying ability. So once you get that, you can actually just fly around the levels. That's pretty cool. And it's also a dual stick game. So that's where this co-op element comes in, because you can actually play with 2 players. So you can control the wisp-like spirit creature, and you can also control the main character. The main character is an Austrian princess.
What a weird thing.
That's a very weird thing.
That's very specific.
Very specific.
Very weird. And she gets, basically the story is she gets...
It's like Anastasia. Was Anastasia Austrian or was she German?
Why is that weirder than a Mushroom Kingdom princess?
Yes.
It's not. It's actually more tame because it's within this world of our. But yeah, basically she gets really sick and she kind of falls into this deep sleep, and she wakes up in this world, this magical land. And that's how this game starts. And
so it was all a dream.
No, well, not really, but
Lost.
But and
Lost
the game is all in rhyme. It's actually pretty cool. I kind of enjoy the back and forth between the wisp creature and her, and then you meet new characters and you join a party. So in the battle system, you have up to 2 of your heroes on at one time.
So is it a deep battle system? Is
it like South Park simplistic kind of battle
I haven't
system,
played South Park, but I'd probably say it's more like South Park than any other.
But that's like, honestly, I think that's a good thing.
GM said that it's simplistic at first, but you can make it deep if you want to.
Yeah, the thing is, you have this character tree. So each of the characters has their own distinct tree, and they have their own abilities. So the main hero, she has low health, but she casts damaging spells, so she's really good at that. And then the first character you meet, he has really high health, he just does damage, and he has healing spells, which is kind of weird. But so each character has their own skill trees, and you can kind of diverge. So you have the choice of going 3 ways. So it's kind of like a branching path. So you go this way, you get all these skills, and you develop kind of 2 main core skills, and if you go the other way, you develop another 2 main core skills, and then if you go the third way, there's other skills. So, and it depends on what you actually want to get out of those heroes and how you're going to complement your other hero that you have in play. And you can also use this wisp creature. So you have the commands like in any JRPG. You select your command, attack, use magic, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Yeah, so you attack, you use magic, and then you can use the wisp creature to slow down the active time gauge. So the game works on an active time battle system. So there's a thing on the bottom showing all the heroes and the enemies, and if you drag your little wisp, so you're using other analog, to their enemy, and you hold the left trigger, it drains your bar.
Right. And
it slows down their gauge.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So they can't attack.
Yeah. So what you and there's up to 3 enemies I think so far. That's the most I've faced. So you're trying to slow down the one that's closer to the bar at the end. It's hard to describe unless you see it. But there's a little end bit on the bar, so it's like a double bar.
Yeah.
Once you get to the end of this bar and you attack the enemy that's in that section of the bar, they get brought back.
Right.
So that's this little mechanic
that is quite.
So it has this time mechanic, which I haven't really seen in any other game.
But I'd say that's the deep part.
That's the deep part.
So that reminds me. That's what I'm just gonna say. In terms of South Park, that sounds very like South Park's time based. Like when you're about to attack someone, you have to time it perfectly, or else the attack is.
Yeah, it's something like that. But
it's kind of it's interesting. It makes it more.
But right now, I really enjoy
and
I've died several times already, and probably because I'm playing on the expert mode. I am an expert at JRPGs apparently, but it's a very fun game. I'm really enjoying it, and the first 2 hours are. I've met my second hero now, so I have 3 characters to play with, and I'm looking forward to playing more.
Looking forward to.
Sounds great. We all look forward to playing it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So I think that's it for the podcast tonight, guys. If you want to contact us, you can email us at gamesblurb@gmail.com. You can tweet us at the Games Blurb. My handle on Twitter is @Vlad Vek. Oleg's is Oleg Brazhnyk.
BRAZHNYK.
Yes. Dave's is @NotDaveDunn.
I am Dave Dunn.
And Chuckie's is @Chuckie On.
I should have the Not Dave Dunn Twitter handle.
You really should.
I'm actually not Dave Dunn.
Yeah. As opposed to me, we should swap.
Not Oleg Brazhnyk.
I can be him. Don't forget to check gamesblurb.com, read our comments, like them, share them.
Subscribe.
Whatever else you want to do.
Exactly.
Woo. But yeah, so we'd love to hear from you guys. So if you enjoy the podcast, send us a message and we'll get back to you.
If you want to hear again from Chuckie, please tell us because we'll get him back.
Yeah, we'll do our best.
They will pay for my flights.
We'll mail them over in a
they'll pay for the suitcase I get shipped in.
Exactly.
Or we'll just Google Hangouts soon.
Or we could do that too.
Yeah, we could Google Hangouts.
Giant cut.
It'd be fun. But anyway, guys, thanks for listening and good night.
Bye.
Love you.
We shall fight on the seas and oceans. We shall fight with ever-growing confidence and growing strength in the air. We shall defend our island, whatever the cost may be. Except if it's too much. We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the landing grounds. We shall fight in the fields and in the streets. We shall fight in the hills, and we shall never surrender.